I've been very blessed because this year I've received so many awards that my family actually is not coming with me to anymore. And my friends, they're like, and I told John, I said, I can't bring anybody because I've been so blessed. And that's what she said, I don't care, I want you to receive an award. I want to thank someone that I met, that I started working with, my business partner, Gina Capelli, who, without her, none of this would be possible. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support while we were running a medical center and urgent care, because that's what we have done together. And then God sent me a mission that I was not expecting, and I actually resisted it, to be honest with you. I want to start by saying that we are born good. All of us are born good. We are made bad by our environment, by the programming that we have been going through. And unfortunately, I had to experience my father going from good to bad. My father was a good man that somehow, and I still don't know how, he became an alcoholic and committed the worst crime and took me down with him. My father decided one night to come to our home where we were sleeping, my two little brothers and I. And they were taking my little brother that was 4 years old with his friend who was a witchcraft man. They were taking my little brother in the Dominican Republic, that's where I come from. During that era, they were sacrificing kids. This was 50 years ago. I was 9 years old when this night took place. I took my little brother from my father, and my father said that I needed to go. So I sacrificed myself for my brother. My father took me with his friend and dropped me in his house where he did the witchcraft. And he forced me to drink a bottle of whiskey at the age of 9. I could have died just from that whiskey. But God had a plan for me, which I didn't realize until recently. I was brutally raped. This man destroyed my body to the point of having to have surgery because my right ovary got twisted in my fallopian tubes, and I almost lost my ovary. My wounds recovered, my body wounds. My soul wounds, I'm still recovering. But I live a beautiful life. I have been able to reprogram myself. I have been able to accomplish the unthinkable. But I've also done the unthinkable myself. Because I come from a trauma that I only realized how broken I was until my son was born 38 years ago. I almost killed my son when he was 3 months old. I took that baby and threw him in the bed and he fell on the floor. So you see, we are all capable of doing the unthinkable. We are all born good. I was born good. I was damaged, completely broken. My son was my mirror. He was my catalyst, my accelerator to change. I changed. Not only did I change, I've become a force of nature. 4 years ago almost, God gave me the mission of become the voice for the voiceless. I have opened up, I founded a nonprofit called Yo Digo No Más. In Spanish, in English it means I say no more. I say no more to sexual abuse of our children because you see, when they still are innocents, they still are creation, our creativity. They steal the most beautiful gift that God has given us, the beauty of an innocent child. I am determined to protect the innocence of the children. Because I don't want these children to lose their light. I became a different child. Before rape, I was poor, but I had the ability to enjoy. I talk about this experience because this is the last memory that I had before I was raped. I used to take a little rock and hit the mangoes on the mango tree, and I would be completely unawed that a mango will fall and I could eat it. After the rape, that was gone. That enjoyment, that light, that innocence, that wow factor, gone. I became a dark child that at the age of 9 wanted to die. And if I would have known how to commit suicide, I would have done it. But that, obviously, I'm here today and God had a different plan for me. So for me to receive this award, out of the many awards that I've been able to receive, and I feel so blessed because they're not my awards, they're the awards of the children. That's how I see them. So to receive an award from an organization that is fighting against alcoholism, my father was a good man. I've forgiven my father because before he died, he asked for my forgiveness. I never saw him again after 9 years old. He had a brain tumor and could not speak, and he wrote, his last words were, "Can you call her and ask my daughter for her forgiveness?" My uncle called me, and I forgave my father. And he died a few minutes later with my forgiveness. My uncle called me right after and said, "Thank you." He cried. His last tears were my tears. And he gave me the biggest gift of forgiveness. And he made me realize that we are born good. We are made bad. And I don't know what happened to my father that he would do what he did. But I do thank him today for the biggest gift, because that gift is what I carry on. Forgive to live. I am forgiving to live, and I hope you do as well. Thank you.